welcome to my review of Brittany Runs a Marathon, directed and written by Paul Downs Colaizzo and starring Jillian Bell. And to my surprise, which I only learned at the end of the film, this is a true story about a young woman who decides to make a positive change in her life and commits to running the New York City Marathon. But her hard partying ways, chronic underemployment, and toxic relationships start catching up with her and create some issues in committing to this healthy new lifestyle. This is a really funny, charming, and actually really emotional film about commitment, about making a positive change in your life and trying to become a better version of yourself in whichever way you see that. And one of the things I love the most about this film is that it treats this attempt to make a change in your life really realistically, or at least much more realistically than a lot of films. Brittany starts running, she starts training hard, she commits to this, she starts seeking work, she starts not partying so much. But other problems emerge. She has a problem opening up to people and letting people into her life and making friends. And maybe some of her friends are not that good friends at all. So the film doesn't make her life suddenly perfect because she is doing this one thing right and making a better life for herself due to that. There are loads of other problems. Life, it's complicated. Life is complex. There are loads of problems that will emerge even though you're doing well in this one scenario. So the film deals with all those struggles. It doesn't just make her a bed of flowers and keeps on coming back at her. And Jillian Bell is great in this role. This is by far my favorite performance from her. The supporting cast is great as well. I just loved following this woman in her journey. And it's also really inspiring because it's really well done and it doesn't gloss over the complications that will emerge even though you're doing this one thing really well. And as I've said, the film is really funny. She gets this job at dog sitting at a rich person's house. They're out of town for a long time, and there's this other dog sitter who takes care of the night shift, and the relationship that emerges there is also really funny. I found it very charming as well, and I really like where the film went on from there, which of course I'm not going to spoil. As far as issues are concerned, the film is very familiar in terms of structure, and when you get a film like this, you know the beats that it's going to go to, and it goes into those familiar beats in a very familiar way, and a lot of times is quite telegraphed beforehand. So you just see them coming a mile away. And the film is a little bit too long, just a tiny bit. The film is not even that long. It's 1 hour 40 minutes. I'd cut it to maybe 1 hour 35. That's it. There are just a few scenes that go a little longer than they should, and I would have cut them earlier. This is the best kind of crowd pleaser you can have. A very emotional and engaging one that, while it runs into very familiar tropes and territory, it does those really well. I'm giving Brittany Runs a Marathon a B. What did you think of Brittany Runs a Marathon, my beautiful geekies? Let me know in the comments below, and thank you so much for watching. I have reviews to come for Last Christmas and many others this weekend, so stay tuned. And once again, thank you so much. Until the next video, remember to stay beautiful, stay geeky, and subscribe and like the videos because it really helps me out and I really appreciate it. But most importantly, love each other and love the movies.